Lazy bone, wish.
All right, let's go.
You know what it is, man. It's the most hated on in the tone. Di33, man. I'm here with my boy Charlie Guns in the building. What up? Man, I'm about to tear it down up in here, man. Live interview right now, man.
Yes, sir.
Grab the shovel and bury the old meat. SATG. And fuck what you heard. We at 300 and we're on a new level. I'm on a new level.
All right. Yo, we're here. I appreciate you for showing up on time, a little early, man.
Yes, sir.
People are like 6 o'clock, they get here at 6:05.
Like we punctual.
I'm like, man, come on, man. First impressions are everything. I believe so. First time I heard you perform, I was like, man, this guy right here.
Yes, sir.
This guy right here. And then I heard the video, seen the music video Fallen.
Oh,
That's when I really was like, man, even though you just did the hook on that, you put your stamp on that.
I appreciate
that track right there, man. And then of course the other two fellas, Livewire and Coast, they did their thing as well. Shout out to those gentlemen as well.
Boys, man. Hell yeah.
What's cool is I was able to interview both of them. So now you and the third, so all three of them individuals in that Falling video have the privilege to interview. So that's really cool for me, because that's one of my favorite collabs that I've heard from the Tone in a minute, in a hot minute. So yeah, we're gonna have that Billy real quick. He's gonna introduce you, my sir. Billy, live in the Bone Zone. It is I, Billy, on the board with Di33. Yes, appreciate you, Billy, for joining us. We are live on my personal page on Facebook. We're live on the Bone Zone page, and then of course we're live on YouTube. We're powered by StreamYard. StreamYard gives me the power and the ability to simultaneously broadcast here, there, wherever. We are going to, of course, download the audio, so that will be on Spotify later today, as soon as 30 minutes as the podcast is over. I'm getting back to that because I know some people, they just like to hear the podcast rather than see other videos or whatnot. But yeah, man, let's get right into it. Di33, how'd you get your name? Is it something that was given to you, or one day you just woke up and you were like, oh, man, it's my name?
Nah, my name went through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
When I first started trying to do music or whatever like that, I went by Young Dizzle.
Yeah,
Big BG fan, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So once I had the name for a while, I had got a manager. Really, I had started doing music with, I don't know if you probably heard him, Bird Curtis, AJ, equal by AJ, who stand on the east side. I started doing music with them. And he was, his auntie started managing me, and cousin, and she was like, there's too many youngs out there, and Dizzle. So she was like, just drop the young.
Just trying to look for like
a smaller, better, something that people can, relate to. You know what I'm saying? So she was just drop the young because there's too many youngs out there. And then she was like, drop the LE and just go by this. And I was like, all right, I'll go by this. So I went by that for a long time. People still know me as Diz. It really is Diz, but everybody call me Di33 now because I changed it up. If you really think about it, Z's in cursive look like threes. Yeah. So I wanted to stand out more. So when people go search me, like I'm the only one in that area. My name is popular because of the work that I put in.
Especially like if somebody does like a Google search on you. Bam, that's the first thing.
First thing that pops up is me.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you from the city of San Antonio, or you?
I'm originally from Lawrence, Louisiana.
Okay, bet. I kind of feel that. Swag in your music.
Yes, sir.
And what brought you to San Antonio?
I moved here like around December '07. My mom moved here like a year before that. She was like, come to San Antonio, it's better schools, better opportunities. I didn't know nothing about Texas, San Antonio. I just thought it was like a desert in Colorado. You
never went to like Houston, until
I came here, I'd never been nowhere in Texas besides, I believe, Gonzales or Port Arthur. I've been to those two places, but I thought like further out, it was like nothing but Gonzales, Florida. I was with a church retreat.
Okay.
I was in a choir.
They got a jail out there, don't they?
Nah,
That's when I went on my bed, man.
I was in the male chorus in the choir.
Okay,
So,
bet.
yeah, I traveled with them twice to Texas. Gonzalez once, Port Arthur the other one.
Is that how you got? I guess your start in music with
a little bit, because they were saying, "Oh, you should try out the choir, man." I said, "I can't sing." They say, "You never know." So that's why I got into the choir. That did open up that avenue for me to do music, but it wasn't. That wasn't that stamp on. Oh, you should do music. That was just a piece of it. The stamp on me doing music is when after Hurricane Katrina, and I had moved to Franklin, Louisiana.
Okay.
So it was this group out there that was doing music in Franklin, Louisiana. And I friended one of the guys that was doing music, which was Henry Bias. He was in that group. I think it was called PSP. It was called something. And they actually inspired me to do music. So I started. That's when I started my journey.
Hip hop or like R&B?
Nah, it was hip hop. It was straight rap, hip
Straight
hop.
rap?
Yeah. Hardcore
Gangster
shit.
rap?
Yeah, gangster rap.
What's the clip?
Yeah, ready shoes. But he was like, "Yeah, man, shit, we can start. I can start showing you how to rap and shit." So it was back then when you had the tape recorder, you had to press record and at the same time. I was recording over the tape, you know what I'm saying, while playing the beat in the background. That's how I started.
You had to put the paper in the cassette.
Yes.
Record over.
That's how we had to do it.
Yeah, you gotta hold it in there.
So,
what were some of your biggest music influences?
Oh man,
as a kid, and then maybe
Cash Money.
Maybe something now. Cash Money.
Yeah, Cash Money was one of the biggest.
They are. I mean, yeah.
Other than them, man.
You ever tried Masterpiece cereal yet? Yeah.
Nah. I tried chips though.
The rap. Rap chips.
Yeah. Rap snacks.
Rap snacks. There you go.
I would say mainly all the Louisiana rappers, bro.
Okay.
And now,
well, I guess I'd be a part of like
the
No Limit, right? Even though
it was definitely shit. Any Louisiana rapper, man, was very influencing.
Your parents, what kind of music did you hear when you were
old school?
Old school.
El Green.
Okay.
Temptations, Patti LaBelle, all those type of people.
I think that's like a singer, or like a soul singer when you. I want to consider you a soul.
Yeah,
soul
I got a little soul.
I feel it. Like it's not. I'm just not listening or hearing it and just bobbing to my head. That shit, it touches. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
That's one thing that as an artist, you want to be different. You don't want to just be copy and paste. Hey, let's add auto-tune. Oh, that shit's dope. There you go. We're gonna put it on whatever fucking platform now, because now we got the YouTube. We got the services where you can distribute your music online. Yeah. It's a whole lot easier, so people can just put out whatever trash and get paid for it now. Paid for views. Like they say, you gotta pay to play. For you growing up, not having, let's say you grew up without money. What were things that you had to do to get what you wanted?
I started working knowing what it was to earn money when I was like 11.
Okay, bet. Cutting grass or?
I was cleaning up a furniture store.
Okay, that's cool. How'd that come about?
I was walking one day, I was broke, man. I ain't had no money. Like my mom, she worked hard to, put food on the table for me and my sister. But I want my own money,
I want to buy a bicycle or something.
Do something for myself, seeing the older people, that selling drugs and all that stuff, man, they had money, And at that time, I didn't know how to sell drugs, so walking past this furniture store, I just go in there like, I need, because in New Orleans, you gotta know how to hustle to get your money.
They didn't have no child labor laws out there? No.
No. If they did, I ain't give working here. If they did, I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? So I
thought, yeah, bro.
Yeah, so you gonna pay me? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be expecting my W-2, man.
Something. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, you can sweep up, man. I'll give you some money.
That's good, man.
I started helping people at the grocery store, putting it in their car, getting money that way. Pumping people gas, you know what I'm saying? You need your gas pump.
When you approach people, what was your method? Like, did you?
well, so it was me and a couple of guys that we used to hang out with in the neighborhood. We'll go to like Winn-Dixie or something like that.
Okay.
Stand in front of the store. When we see somebody with a big ass basket full of bags, if they was like older, that was our target. Got you.
Yeah.
Hey, like you need help with your bags, you gotta be putting in the car, and they get like $5, $10.
They wouldn't like be like,
They'd be like, oh yeah, I need some help.
no, they were never.
Help me, young man.
They were never like, get away from me.
They didn't like that in New Orleans. If people may think it's like that, but it's not like that in New Orleans. Like when you get people like that, they be like, yeah, come on, baby.
I'm walking with somebody. Hey, I gotta help you. I'm like, hey, get away.
They respect the hustle more than saying nah. They respect you getting it honest way instead of just begging for money.
Right. Like, hey, I got three for 50.
Yeah, like they respect it more when it's the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get it back. I think one thing about selling drugs, that once you do that in life, anything else is fucking possible. You can sell drugs, you can sell fucking these mugs, or you can sell anything. Yeah. So it's really cool. It helped me in life now. I wish it helped a little better, but we go through things. Sometimes we go through hardships. We feel like, fuck, man, where am I headed with life? Maybe not you, maybe it's just me, but hopefully somebody watching. I deal with mental health. I sometimes have to take a break from all this stuff because it's overwhelming, especially for myself. Do you have any advice, let's say, for another man or a youngster, anybody that's dealing with something maybe you dealt with for a minute and you overcame that? Just some nice, good words of wisdom, not just for the camera, but for myself.
Well, I still touch it. They go through like depression.
Yeah,
I got depression really bad, so I get in those moods where it just hit me at any time, any moment. I get like shouted away. I want to talk to somebody. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to text nobody back. I just want to be left alone.
Yeah, you're like, I ain't even charging my phone.
So I turn to, that's one of the reasons, another reason why I turn to music. Okay. Music, especially rock music. I don't know, like Linkin Park got me out of a lot of ways I was
so heavy.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? They got me out of a lot of ways I was when I got depressed, man. Okay. I was like, I was fucking on it. But yeah. If you ever going through that, man, find an avenue, man. Something that can take your mind off of being depressed. Yeah. Our comfort zone. Writing a book, listen to some music, take a walk.
Even if it's temporary, right?
Yeah, even if it's temporary, something to take your mind out of that state, because mental health is really a big problem in where we live at.
Yeah. Like you say, Linkin Park, Chester, he took his own life, Yeah. And you look at that, like with somebody that you adore, a person, and you look up to them, they help you with the music, and then you see like how sad they are.
But when that happened, I felt like his music preached about getting out of depression and stuff like that. So for him to turn around and take his life, I felt like he was either set up or somebody killed him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like there's no way somebody that preached for you to not do those things, just turn around and do those things.
Yeah. So
that's why I felt like it was either a setup or somebody, took him out, like, you know what I'm saying, made it look like he took his life, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff in the music industry that we don't know about, a lot of stuff that's coming out, you know what I'm saying? So you never know what's going on in a person's life, But for somebody that's going through those things, going through mental problems, going through depression, anything like that, seek out for help.
Yeah, take it serious.
Take it real serious. And if people that's around that person that know they go through that, if you don't hear from that person for a while, or it could be days, if they patterns change, reach out to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, shout out to whoever's watching right now live, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. I'm gonna read some of these comments. That boy, Di33 says, got to try burgers. I make burgers at home. I sell them, on Facebook and stuff like that. I got my own specialty burger. I think it's one of the best damn burgers in the city, and my fries too. But shout out to Disart for the comment.
Mondo, what's up, boy?
There you go. Yeah, he's showing some love. He's the one that
Shoot out our music videos.
That's that. He's cool. I had him on the podcast. Very fucking interesting guy, man. There's many layers to him. You know, you gotta take time with that gentleman, and very skilled what he does when it comes to his videography. Him, of course, Matt Explores as well. That gentleman. Salute to all the videographers here in the city, man. Like that are really popping and doing good. What's his name? Mateo. That's a gentleman that's from the city, if I'm not mistaken. He's out working with like Moneybag Yo type artists and stuff. So it's possible, man. Even like for, let's say, a local podcaster, we can grow. The only thing that's stopping us is ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When you get to a point like that, what do? You reflect? You go back to your music? What helps you?
Yeah, I go back to my music, man. How I structure my music, man, I take my time. Like, I know I got a lot of projects out right now. So if you look at the time difference in those projects, I take my time to make sure that I put out music that people actually want to listen to. So,
what's your I guess your formula when you record? Do you like come up with something off the top of the head? You're just chilling in the mode, and you're like, bam, it sounds good.
Every song.
Or like let's say you're already in the studio, and then dudes making the beat, and you come up with it right there.
My music comes to me in different ways. Like a lot of the tracks that you probably had heard, I was either driving and just thinking about some shit, and I said, "Oh, that's a hook."
All right, so you get on that. I know you get on that. That's what I like, because that's like the heart of the song, you know. Well, besides the verse, I'm not gonna say it's the heart of the song, but that's what gets played again. That's what's getting looped, you know. And it's important that once, like, let's say some songs start off with the hook, and bam, that's gonna. Okay, let's see. We're gonna listen to the rest of the song, or no. But I think that's important, man. Being able to create hooks, especially like off the dome and stuff like that. That's a good thing. And with no beat, you know, you create your own melodies. You create your own chords, if you will. Like, that's what I like to do, man. I used to write music, and I used to want to always be a rapper and artist. And I got to the point where I don't write me heal, but now I just listen to music, other people's music, you know, instead of just the same thing that I do all the time since the 90s, which is, of course, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Speaking of Bone Thugs and Harmony, of course, this is what I call Live in the Bone Zone. This is where I like to pay homage to Bone Thugs and Harmony. My whole mission and goal is to get those gentlemen here on the podcast, whether it's individually, 2, 3, 4, probably not going to be 5, but hell, that's my goal. If we do, or when we get them, the first 2, I'll give you this much, will either be lazy or busy. So I can say that much for when we do get those gentlemen, okay? And then we got to work with the rest of the gentlemen, but I'm not going to stop, man. That's the main focus. At the same time, artists here that are here in the area, that's my goal as well, to help them. Even if it's just to be on the episode, you know, after that, I usually still continue to support. And that's just the way it is. I do offer the mic drops and for people to come and shoot music videos here. Of course, when those come out, those definitely get priority when I play music on the podcast. You know, so I tell artists, and they're like, I bet, you know, they do a mic drop, that way they can get in rotation in here. Of course, anything done here is always going to get played. So
most definitely, you got to promote yourself.
What are some artists that you let's say that you haven't worked with here in the city that you would like to work with? Can we get like let's get maybe 5. I think we can maybe do 5.
That I haven't worked with?
Yeah, you haven't.
I've been doing Blackout forever.
Okay.
So I like to do a track with him. It's been forever. We've been doing each other. We ain't got a track together at all. Lil Yoda, I like to do a track with Yoda. It's so many artists, God damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's a bunch. There's one being born right now.
So, I actually wanted to track with King San, so we're working on that right now. So,
okay, bet. Speaking of King San, He's gonna be shooting a music video about
Today.
like 7:15, 7:30. Y'all gonna go out there after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it over there.
Yeah,
we already got the drop to go over there, so I'm trying to make
I don't know where it's at. He just said Market Square. And
Yeah.
Like, well, like, give me those. Oh, in front of the gordita stand, in front of the mitiera,
By the stage.
in front of that infamous pole, like shit. You know, so I'm gonna try to go look out there and go to see. If not, fuck it. It's just my video. See what's up.
Black Mexico really taking over the airwaves now in San Antonio, so I'm trying to get a track with him.
Mexico. Yeah, I was trying to give him that. I was trying to get him that Scarface that I have up here. That way it could go with his theme that he has in his studio.
And you say one more.
We got Mexico. We got King Sam. We got Yoda.
Shit.
We say. What did we say first?
I did music with a lot of people, man.
What did you say first?
What did I say first? To King Sam, Yoda, Black Mexico.
There you go. Blackout.
Blackout.
Man, how forget? We got Blackout right there, man.
Oh yeah, we got the. Who else would I like to do a song with?
Yeah, he's been here. He's been here. We got the poster in his water, man.
I said I did a song with KG already.
Okay.
I've done a lot of songs with
I think
KG
y'all should
already.
do a repeat.
But I like to do a song with his brother.
Oh yeah.
Certified Lover
Okay.
and Flu. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a song in with them, most definitely.
Busting East Side Fish.
Oh yeah, but go hard, bro. Yeah, I like this song with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met him when we was doing the security shit at the club, man.
It's
He
crazy.
was bouncing. I'm doing security.
It's crazy because the first time I heard his music was just audio, and then when I seen the video, I was like, man, it doesn't like some people but that's what a sound captivates people instantly. You know what I'm saying? Either they're gonna fuck with it or not. I'm glad that a lot of artists here in the city are talented enough to say that. I fuck with a lot of artists, you know. I'm not gonna lie and say that. Let's say I have somebody on the podcast, and then right then I'm a fucking #1 fan. Like, no, it takes time for me to, support everybody and really get deep with them. But when I show up to like the local shows and stuff like that, I let it be known, like, yo, what's up? I saw you on the bill. That's how I see which show I'm gonna go to. Let's see if there's several shows in the city. I gotta look at who's on the bill. I'm like, all right, there's 2 artists that I've interviewed here. There's 4 here. Shit, everybody on this bill I don't interview, so that's the one I go to.
Yeah.
That way, when I go there, everybody knows me first of all, and then it's just all love. It makes it a whole lot easier for me to work, especially as wanting to be like a videographer, let's say like a blogger or whatnot. I'm not a blogger, but still, it's content.
Yeah.
I promote. That's really all I'm doing with my podcast. I try to step away a lot from talking about my personal life, because then it kind of gets used against me in conversations and whatnot. But the city, it's a nice, wonderful city. When you're not working, when you're not, in the studio, what are things you like to do? Let's say you have family, you married, all that good stuff. Okay, but
I got 3 kids.
Okay, 3 kids. Well, what do we do on the weekends with the kiddos?
Shit, when I do got my kids, probably take them somewhere fun.
Okay.
Definitely.
What's your favorite thing?
Probably they like to go to what that is, that jump thing, urban
Oh,
jump.
like urban jump. Okay, yeah.
My kids
something
like the
that.
movies.
The movies. Yeah.
Right.
You see any good movies recently?
Man, they want to see Godzilla right now.
Oh yeah. Did that come out already?
Yeah, the
Came out
new one
already?
came out already.
Damn. Yeah. Last movie I saw was Barbie.
The-
Don't judge me. It was with the ladies.
Yeah, I want to see more.
Right. I was like,
Oh,
I'm in the front of the line. I'm like, yes.
I don't
yes,
think
yes.
I seen the Godzilla one, but I ain't.
I watched it because of John
I
Cena.
don't think I could have said to that one, bro.
I watched it because of John Cena. He's my boy.
And I got music with TKE too, but I still want to. I got music with Bag, but I gotta get one with Sensei and the rest of the crew. You know what I'm saying? So
Alright.
I'm working on that too.
What are some let's say some local artists from outside of San Antonio but still in Texas? That's working. Let's say 3.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, let's do 3 in Texas.
Outside of Texas, but in Texas.
Well,
outside of San Antonio, but in Texas.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, man. Shit, one of the people that I know, shit. I don't know, man.
I've got to work with Young Vet at least.
Yeah,
he not even here no more. He in Killeen now.
Okay.
Shit,
You know, like mainstream artists from Texas.
most definitely.
Any of those guys that, you know, like that Mexican or anybody, Sauce Walker, any of those gentlemen?
Yeah, I would like to do one with Mexican OT,
Okay.
Sauce Walker. Hopefully, any Houston artist that's big.
All right.
Slim Thug for sure. That's one of my favorite Houston artists.
There
Slim
you go,
Thug.
yeah. Well, Slim Thugger, motherfucker, if you watch this.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Houston artists. So,
I like the way when he says it.
Slim Thugger, motherfucker. Yeah.
I would like to get Scarface.
Scarface? Yeah. Like what kind of song? Like a slow, passionate song, or like some
something you talk that shit on and you can grind it out.
Yeah.
And my boy Laz, he out of Dallas. Laz and Eli.
Okay.
I work with them. You know, we work out of Dallas. I like to do a song with them too. You know what I'm saying? I make them, they got some nice music. They out of Dallas.
Shout out to all those gentlemen in your name. What about nationally, worldwide?
T-Pain for sure.
T-Pain?
I got you. T-Pain, Boosie.
With or without
Either one. You gotta understand. I wouldn't even sign to T-Pain because you gotta understand like what he did. You know what I'm saying? With auto-tune. I said this in a lot of my interviews. They asked me why T-Pain. Because you gotta understand, T-Pain really smart, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you really look at it, he really smart. Like the way he took auto-tune and brought it back. A lot of people don't know that auto-tune is way back when. Way back. You know when it was using the whole straw thing.
Radio love something.
Yeah, like the computer love.
Yeah, that's what's radio love.
The Zapping Roger.
Yeah.
And it was doing it that way, man. And he took that and because it was vocoder at first. They were using the vocoder. And when they went into like making auto-tune, and I forgot the name of the company. I used to talk about it a lot. I forgot the name of the company. But when auto-tune had Atris, when Atris first started, you know what I'm saying, the white guy had made it up, you know, with vibrations and stuff like that. He went and started from when this guy started and started teaching himself everything about auto-tune to be able to make his voice sound like the way he makes it sound. You know what I'm saying? And everything that he then did all the way up until now, even taking that Usher telling him that he single-handedly destroyed R&B and still be able to come out on top. Yeah, I commend,
I think for Bit, like on the billboards, he probably had like maybe like 2 or 3 songs in the top 5 at one point, I'm sure.
Like it wasn't a time where it wasn't T-Pain featuring somebody and it was one of the #1 records in the country. Yeah. In the nation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out to T-Pain. T-Pain. Shout out to T-Pain.
I gotta do something with Boosie, Kevin Gates. Man, there's so many artists.
I was watching on Boosie, I was watching a video about how he's gonna be putting like subdivisions and stuff like that on his land. He owns a bunch of land. He's creating little like, you know, temporary houses, or not temporary, but little just like small houses and stuff like that. And he said he's gonna build like a container mansion, you know, and stuff like that.
It's called Boosie Town or something like
Boosie Town. Hey, that sounds like
I think I was just watching something like that on
Take
YouTube.
a trip to Boosie Town.
Right?
And get down. Right?
Yeah, me and Moon just dropped a collab album called something like Brothers.
Okay.
It got some traction right now. It's really
Yeah, you sent me that. I haven't had time to actually like listen. I was hearing it, but it's different when you know, you're doing something and you're trying to do something and you're like, you can't really focus on.
We're knocking out the videos to it, but so you'll see a lot. Like when you search it,
where's that video at?
No, we already started doing the videos onto the. We got another one we just shot last week. Mondo shot.
Oh yeah, well, if you ever need a mic drop, we got one definitely.
Okay.
For being, of course, a guest, like some people they just hit me up for a mic drop, and I'm like, all right, if you're serious, hey, send me something, cash out.
Yeah.
You know, some artists, they're like, hey, I want this, and I'm like, What about me, bro? Like, I'm free. Like,
Look out!
I don't mind. I do it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? I know that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it'll all be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we do it. We love music, man. We love to create things.
Yeah.
When it comes to like art, because music, it's not just words that you put together. Like, oh, what rhymes with cat, like type shit. Like you have to really, really be able to tell a story.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just saying shit. You know, it's important. Like for you, like what messages do you want to get across with your music? You know, and make it one of those long-lasting impressions.
So I want my music to connect with people to where like if they're going through something, they can go listen to my music. They want to have a good time, they can go listen to my music. They just want to lay back and chill, they can listen to my music. If they want to go to the club and to a techno club or pop club, they can listen to my music. Cause I got pop album out too.
Yeah.
So I do all types of music so I can reach out to all different types of genres.
You're talking about rock. You like rock? You got anything rock?
I'm working on it. Not yet. I'm working on it.
You gotta get them good tones together.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm working on it, man.
With that, you know, it's difficult to be able to like find people you want to work with because not everybody is gonna vibe with you the same way that you're vibing. You could be, you know, you could be on a higher level, you know, and then still you try to like accommodate some people, you know, so you got to kind of be a little like not as sharp sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to be me. You know, you do you, it's okay. But for me as an artist, I would kind of not be crucial on who I work with, but like if I'm working with somebody, I would want them to have some type of talent. You know what I'm saying? Where they can, you know, of course, be on beat, be able to harmonize, be able to flip their flow if they have to, you know, especially to keep up with the person that's on the track. You know, like you want to match that. That way somebody's like, nah, fuck this part. I'm gonna on this part. Like you want to do that, man. Like here in the city, you think a lot of artists are let's say practicing that perfection when it comes to that. I think some are just putting out content just to stay consistent and like, oh, fuck it. I'm gonna put something out at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna put something out at 2 o'clock. Yeah, type shit. Like, I don't think it's about quantity. I think it's about, of course, quality. Yeah. You know, like you gotta have that quality. You want to be that gem, man, that stands out. Like you're not gonna just fall into the grinder with everybody else.
Now you gotta look at it. You got some of these artists that you listen to, like, fucking man. Yeah, they got a super good quality sound and video.
Like, that's one thing I'm talking about too. Like, and it's probably because they pay for it. Like you can pay for it. You can pay for this. You can pay for that. Nowadays you can pay for views, and it's easy, you know, like to sell merch and stuff like that. And hey, buy my hat, buy my shirt, you know. Let's say if you could come out with something that you have, not necessarily clothing or anything like that, but something where you can distinctively know that, oh, that's your product. You know, like let's say King Sam, for instance, he said Cowboy Ham. You know, my boy D James, shout out to D James, he said barbecue sauce because he likes barbecue. Yeah. You know, type shit. Like, well, it's one thing that you would like to invest in if you can. And besides the music, you know, like you have a different type of company or corporation or something where you can invest in.
Something I've already been working on is shoe.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. What's the name of the shoe?
I got different names for them. I'm already in
prototypes.
Yeah, with a certain company already.
That's what's up. All right.
So one of them is I call Blaze 3s.
All right.
They like blue and white.
There's no Blaze 1 or no Blaze 2s?
Nah,
straight to 3?
Straight to 3.
What's up?
That's my number.
Meaning, all right. Bing, no shit. No shit. No fucking shit.
And I got the crushed ones, orange and white. So And I have made a prototype for Valentine's Day shoot.
Okay.
So I'm still working on that too.
Broken hearts.
Broken heart ones.
Yeah, you ever gone through a big breakup, and you're like, man, fuck that bitch. You know?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to shout her out right
No.
now?
Hey, fuck you, man.
We do got a live studio audience. Give yourself a round of applause. Oh, we got a nice crowd.
Hell yeah. Shout out to everybody. Oh, shoot. Oh, shit.
And it's always the guys in the back, man. They're always in the back. They
What's the shout out to everybody?
The people in the front, they pay for the tickets. They pay to be here, man.
Yeah.
One day, one point in our life, that's where we want to get, where we're actually with the live studio audience at a huge studio and like the NBC type stuff, like a David Letterman type deal, because I want it to be like that. You know, I want it to be like a, not just a podcast, but a show, you know, where we can talk bullshit, you know, and it not necessarily be just a head-on like interview. I know we got the bright ass light and shit, but I don't want it to feel like we're interrogating anybody in any way. You know, I always want people to feel at home and like feel the vibes here. Where we're at in this house was actually built in 1884. It is one of the oldest houses in this precinct, which is of course Prospect Hill. Shout out to Prospect Hill, District 1. And people, they come in and they're like, man, I feel your house, and type shit. I'm like, well, hopefully it's good, you know, it's good vibes. And a lot of people, they always have something nice to say when it comes to like what I'm doing and stuff like that as a podcaster. For you, like, I want you to shout out people that you worked with, people that helped you along the way, whether it's with music, producing it, videographers, people you worked with, managers, anything, fellow people you work with, you know what I'm saying?
First off, shout out every artist that's in San Antonio doing anything, because they don't get enough credit, man, here in San Antonio, bro. Like, there's so many talented people here, and nobody comes here to look for artists.
Yeah.
It's like they're waiting for that one person to blow up out of San Antonio, and then that's when they probably will come looking for artists. But shout out to the whole AMG team, you know what I'm saying?
AMG? What does it stand for? What does AMG stand for?
Ambitious Music Group.
There you go. You gotta be ambitious, man. When you're out here and you're hungry, you gotta be ambitious, because the game is not gonna come to you. You gotta go to the game. Right. You're gonna say, hey, what's the buy-in? Let's say if you're playing like Texas Hold'em, you know, you gotta pay. Yeah, you know, right. Blackjack. You gotta pay a little something. So. And
everybody that's under the imprint, you know, they are their own single artists.
Okay.
They are doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? But when we come together, you know, with AMG, you know,
it's always a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But whether you guys are over here, over there, because it's the brand.
Yeah.
You know, that's the brand that you live up to, and that's the brand that you're throwing out there, you know. Yeah. So AMG.
Yeah, we got some people locked down, but we
all right. Well, hey, shout out to them, man. When they get out.
We like the new Wu-Tang.
Oh, for real? All right.
Like the new Wu-Tang.
Who would be the dirty bastard? Dirty bastard.
So I got that.
Is he the only one that's passed away out of the
I think so. Right? Yeah, I think so. It's the only one. He working on his new project as well. Okay. Love is Diverse coming out soon.
Love is Diverse.
Yeah,
what's the meaning?
Well, most of it is like, today R&B is not the same as it used to be around. R&B used to be.
Yeah, no, it's good at that.
Okay, R&B ain't what it used to be. Okay, yeah. Everybody thinking that it like trickled down now. But I'm still with the old school sound and I'm trying to bring it all back where it's supposed to be. Because R. Kelly ain't here to do it no more, so I'm gonna have to take it over.
It's gonna be a minute.
So I got some good stuff coming out for all the people that's looking for real R&B. People that went through problems, got songs about love and how that love made us feel. I'm going back to the old school how when music used to make people feel good. And that's why I'm trying to bring that back.
Oh yeah.
Because these days everything is about sex. I'm like, golly, like what else you gonna talk about?
You have a favorite R. Kelly song?
Me is In fact, it's an old school song that he brought back.
Okay.
Before he got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
When the woman's
When a woman loves.
the woman loves. Oh man, he killed me with that one. I'm like, oh my God, he did not just do that.
Yeah, that song.
Man, he sung that song to perfection. I'm like, man, R. Kelly, the best R&B singer ever to me.
Yeah.
Ever.
I like it.
And there's only one other person that tops him to me, and that's Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, definitely.
Mike and R. Kelly is on a whole nother breed. I'm trying to see if I can push myself to that level.
Yeah, Mike is definitely one of a kind. He actually passed away on my birthday, and I was in jail over in Crystal City, and then they're showing the news and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, it's my birthday, trying to make the best of it and shit. Homies are making me a little fucking honey bun type birthday cake and shit.
Yeah.
And then they put on the news that Michael Jackson had just died. I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
I forever, remember that because of that. I don't even celebrate my birthday anymore because of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, Mike had an impact that I ain't seen no artists ever have, man.
Oh yeah. I think
like Tupac and DMX was big as I don't know what. But Mike, man, Mike had grown men crying behind him, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm like, oh, I love you, Mike. I'm like, oh my God, is that the guy?
Hey, he got an impact. Music really impacts people's lives, man, in different ways. Man.
Yeah, and the way he told those stories with his visuals,
right,
on those short films and stuff like that, like Thriller, and then Smooth Criminal. Like, man, that's like,
that was so cool.
That's like how long was that? Like an 18? I think they did like the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, be looking like movies for sure.
So now like artists, they don't do that. They don't really tap in with that side of when it comes to being an artist, because it makes them unique. What would you say is something that makes you stand out and makes you unique? Well, shout out to Unique Red as well for bringing up that name. She's from San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she's making a lot of moves too. Rainwater just was talking about her in the interview.
Yeah, so we got to get her in the podcast too.
Most definitely. She that's one of the. I think she's one of the main females that might be the first female to make it out of San Antonio. She's one of them.
Yeah.
Miss JoJo, any hits? You know what I'm saying?
I was at a show yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and Miss JoJo, she did her thing, man. She was rocking it over at Blue something over off of San Pedro.
Yeah, they go hard.
Nice,
you got Vixen, like a lot of them got some nice
bars. Oh yeah, the ladies, yeah.
And then we also got to give props to our girls too, Lady Roscoe, Amber Cole.
Yeah.
We all under that step.
It's all right. It's me, Guns, we got 400, Live Wire, Caesar, John,
Lady Roscoe, Amber Cole.
And we got
who else missing?
Only 48. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Only 48.
R&B, rap, all that good stuff.
Everything.
Yeah,
R&B, everything.
I don't just do R&B. I do rap too. I just put out two rap EPs. I got Why Not and The Wait's Over. So if y'all want to go look at that,
y'all got music together.
Yeah, we're waiting on AB to get out. She in jail right now.
And y'all give me a little something a cappella.
Shit, what's up there?
It's like a hook. Maybe y'all got a hook together.
We had just did one.
Or why don't you use a hook and you did ad libs?
Let me see if I got the beat. We just did it. You know what I'm saying? Fresh. Let me see if I got.
So this would be an exclusive.
Yeah, it'd be like an exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I got one.
I always like to, see what we got.
Because I also got a song with Coach too. Well, I'm singing on one of his hooks. It's called Rain.
Oh, okay. I knew. I was like, man, I know you. And then I remember the time when he performed that song. Yeah.
Singing it.
I think I did talk to you. I was like, man, y'all did that shit. Yeah, man, hell yeah.
Yeah, man, we got a lot. Well, we got some new stuff, man. I can't wait till it drops, bro.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Right.
Plus, I also got a feature with Henny too. He on one of my songs too.
Okay.
Trying to see, man.
I dig it, man. I really do dig it. I think it's important that we stay tapped in with a lot of the city, man. And not just like a lot of artists, like they're like, man, let's say if they're from the west side, they only fuck with people on the west side. Like on the east side, they only fuck with people on the east side or the south side. Like I like to see that unity, man. That people working with different people, man.
We're trying to bring them all together.
All sides of town, man. It should all be one.
And then and right now, I also got something going on with Trigger, the biggest 6'4", which is my little nephew down there in Louisiana, BR. So he's doing this thing out there. So props to the hometown. I'm also from New Orleans, Louisiana too. Me and Diz is actually from the same city and the same hood.
Oh yeah, wow. So it's
we both from Louisiana.
A lot of stories, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We've been together for a minute, man.
It was like one of the craziest times you had together.
Oh.
That we can say on the podcast.
Yeah, it's all
Shit, I probably just in the clubs,
man, chilling,
performing. Yeah. And I ain't got it's fairly new. We just did it, but when we both on the hood. But
it's so crazy how we would go in the club, man, and then just turn up. I usually be the bystander on the side. Next thing I know, I'm on stage with them. I'm like, I can't keep still. Let's get it.
That's a good thing, though, man. That's a good thing, man.
They have me turned up. I'm like, man.
Yeah, that's what you want, because you want for the crowd to see that you're hype about it. You know, like whether it's 2 people, 200 people, 2,000, 2 million, like you wanna bring it, because if not, they're gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker don't got it. So what
hey,
am I here for?
That's why I consider myself a good crowd motivator. I try to get everybody in it. Come on, baby, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know you hit a song. Let's get it then.
I ain't got the beat on this phone, but most definitely I seen your clip so they can hear it.
Yeah.
It'll be exclusive. I seen it when I get to
Hell yeah,
the crib.
man. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like we got a lot of joints together, but we ain't got enough. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't never enough.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
just keep working, man.
We got a lot of people. Like I said, he dropping his. My new project is Born to Win. Live got Live from the Streets coming out. I believe Lady Roscoe is working on a project as well that she's gonna be dropping. She also got her own podcast going on with someone else.
El McCole
coming out.
She got an EP coming out in a minute.
And John slowly getting back into the studio.
Yeah,
a bunch of stuff working, huh?
I'm trying to get him on some stuff right now.
Okay. Let's say if somebody wants to get you guys to be on a track with you guys, what are ways that they can get on?
All you gotta do is hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up. Really not on Facebook, because I don't really be on Facebook. It's too messy. But I just post on there and get off. So Instagram is the best way to get it.
Okay. Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They can hit me on either one. It don't matter.
And then Di33.
Yeah, official _Di33 on Instagram.
And I'm Charlie Guns. So right now, they also have one under Charles Club.
Okay, all right.
Definitely. I don't mind. That's why I say I'm the most hated on in tone, because I say that only because people will hate you when, you know what I'm saying, they got nothing to hate you about, so they hate you for no reason. And I'm one of the people that I can work with anybody. Because I ain't got a problem with nobody. So I can work with anybody on any side of town. So people hate that. Like,
I think that's like, for me as a podcaster, like I support everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then let's say if I got somebody on my podcast that this person doesn't support, like they'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'll be like, man, fuck that motherfucker. I should be on this shit. Man. But like it happens a lot, man. And then like I support the artists. I'll try to wear their merch as much as I can and support them on the podcast. But then like some people are like, oh man, you fuck with this guy, I ain't fucking with you now. Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, what I do, just because I'm cool with everybody and you ain't crazy. And so that's one of those things, you know, where you gotta pick and choose like who you really like associate yourself with when it comes to like helping them promote. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm not a promoter, I don't, you know, do all that stuff, but I am like I do that. I do try to promote as many artists as I can. Even if it's just me sharing their stuff on my platform, you know, on whatever pages I have, on YouTube or whatever I can do. That's one of the biggest things, you know. Do you have management right now? Are you in management right now?
Right now, I do everything on my own. But I am talking to somebody right now, 2 different people. I'm leaning towards another one because they're kind of showing me more of what they can do besides the other person. But yeah, I'm talking to 2 different people. They want to manage me.
You think that'll just go for you or for everybody?
Well, it'll definitely work out for everybody. But like I said, everybody, we are an entity, but everybody is their own artist. You know what I'm saying? So some people may feel like they don't need a manager. Some people may feel like, nah, I don't want to deal with. I want to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Sometimes management does help. You know what I'm saying? In certain ways, because they not focusing on music or they're not focusing.
They're not a rapper themselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's better for somebody that's just working in that avenue to help you.
That's right.
So
I think
right now, I can actually say that I think Di33, he got too many hats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's managing, we doing business, we doing everything as far as engineering and getting everything together and getting everybody together to do things and all that, man. He just be trying to keep it all together.
Yeah, I used to shoot videos. I had to stop shooting
videos. He was doing everything at one time.
Everything. I do it at all. Say, nah, it's just too much. So that's
why
I turned to Mondo. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, because I wanted Mondo to be a part of AMG. You know what I'm saying? Who I go through all my videos, and now I go through him, or I go through TKE Sensei, who shot our last video. And the one after that, Mondo shot it again. So we got another video coming out soon called Moonlight.
Right. And when it comes out, definitely send me the link. When I'm on a live, I'll play it. That's what I like to do, man. Like in the mornings, I have something what I call wake up morning talk. I have my coffee. I just talk about whatever's going on. I play some local music. I smoke some hemp. I get off. And then I sometimes come back on at noon. I call it boom at noon. Local artists again, like what's hot type stuff, what's new, what's popping, especially. And then I'll sometimes post like, hey, if you got any requests, I'll play it on the live. And I'm usually good at being able to play their music when they're watching it live. And then I have another time slot where I call my 210 live, where it's 210 live, 210 live, 210 live. That's the course where I showcase artists from the town, from an area, like, hey, this people, really, they're all kind of the same, but when you break it down and you have different names for different time slots, people think that, oh man, this guy got something going on, so I kind of do, but I want to let people know that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just going. I got to the point where I overthink too much. I criticize myself all the time. I'm like, nah, I hesitate. I fucking miss my opportunity. That's something that I'm trying to not continue or keep when it comes to bad habits that I have. Because when June will be 40, like, I know a lot of people are like, man, ain't nothing wrong with being 40 years old and rapping. Like, shit. Do it if you're skilled. People who can continue their trade way past it's time to retire because they love it and they're good at it. My pops, he's an architect. He's past retirement age. He's been hand drafting for 50 years. 50
That's
years.
A long time.
Nowadays they got the shit where you can do it online, the computers where you can do the AutoCAD drafting and stuff like that. My dad can still outdraft those youngsters that are doing it on a computer, and he's doing it on hand. And that shows like his
experience,
passion, his passion,
and love for what he do.
He does a lot of stuff for the community. He was part of a few organizations here. He's actually the president of the homeowners association here in this precinct. And then of course his museum that I been trying to break them in to let me allow artists to come through and shoot music videos.
Oh,
but
wow, that's nice.
That's cool. People are really gonna flip when they ain't ready for that. So that's why we have the doors open here in the Bone Zone. Bone Thugs and Harmony, to me, they changed my life. Like especially I was raised in the Victoria Courts in the city of San Antonio. They tore them down maybe before 2000, just projects. Now it's downtown where the tower is, kind of across the street right there, and now they have apartments and stuff. But that was a projects, and I was in the projects talking about or listening on the radio or listening to Brothers in Harmony about how the ghetto, how the this, how the that, how gunshots. I'm like, man, I'm living this. What the hell? It's like, you know, but me, I wasn't a banger. I would never got into gangs or dope or any of that stuff. You know, I was too busy focused on being with my brothers. You know, you have any siblings that?
I have a sister.
Yeah, all right. Let's shout out our sister.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister, man, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my family, my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all, man.
Yeah, I think
shout out to all y'all.
I think family is really, really important. Blood or not, you know, you meet people, you get connected to them, you have bonds, you have connections, and you're like, man, this guy treated me better than my own brother. You know what I'm saying? And like,
sometimes family don't have to be blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Like family is like, it's like something neutral. Like
shit, we family now, man, because y'all know where I live. You know, y'all here.
And another thing, there was plenty of times where I just wanted to give up music. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, this shit ain't working.
Yes.
It ain't going nowhere. And then out of nowhere, boom, the numbers are starting like going out. Is it something? Yeah. Is it something that always keep me going?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then this one last time I felt like it, and I was like, man, fuck, man, this is the last push. I ain't doing this shit no more. And then boom, out of nowhere, I met my first #1 fan. I was going to a birthday party, and she seen me. It was she like, so I thought it was because I was black, because it was all Mexican. So
yeah,
and I was
so
like,
entertainment's here.
Yeah, and then she dapped me, runs off. So come to find out, I didn't even know that she was listening to like my music because it was introduced to her. So she just kept listening.
She was more starstruck than
Yeah, I didn't know. I had a #1 fan, so I actually took a picture of her. Actually went and got it. Printed out, and I signed it for her.
I dig it.
So I got my first #1 fan right there.
And you know what? Like she's gonna remember that, and she's gonna be like, all right, man. Like, you never know. Maybe she's gonna be inspired to do music herself. And she's like, man, thank you. Like, that's what it's about, man. It's about helping people, trying to not necessarily change lives, but help for the better in ways that can be therapeutic when it comes to, you know, what we listen to and what's going on in life. Like, it's like people go to the country because they go out there and they hear nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, it starts to sing to you, like nature, especially let's say like there's like a little stream or something, you hear the water, you hear the crickets, you hear the birds and type shit. Like, that's music to my ears any day of the week, man. Like, when you really, really want to get locked in, what's one of the things that you do? You have some type of, like, not ritual, but something that you are you into, like, I forgot the fucking word, but it's like you do like a certain something, and you're like, okay, before not like a ritual, but it's
something that I always
like something I always do, like a tradition type thing. Like, okay, before we get live, I do this, or I do that, or something.
Before I get going with my music, man, I like to like just listen to beats.
Yeah.
Like listen to a bunch of beats. Give me something to sip on. You know what I'm saying? And then I just let all my creative emotions just go.
Yeah.
You know, and just start listening to beats and start creating, man. Like, that's what helps me. Like, I don't necessarily go into the booth knowing what I'm about to make.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, like, let's say a lot of relationships I had in the past, I'll make a song and they be like, oh, you talking about this bitch, or you talking about that. No, I'm not. Like, it's not about somebody. It's like what I feel in the moment is what I make. Like, let's take Usher, for example, when he made Confessions. Everybody thought that was about somebody he was with.
Yeah.
That album had nothing to do with nobody was with. It was a group of guys in a room.
Chilling, right?
And yeah, it was just chilling, and it was talking about like stuff that different people had went through in their lives, and he just made an album about it. It was about nothing he was going through personally.
He didn't really have.
That was not about his life.
He said it was like actually about JD's life.
No, it was not about Usher.
But it wasn't about Usher.
Yeah, it wasn't about Usher. Yeah, none of that had to do with him.
A song I like from him is fuck, I forgot the name. Oh, I like the Moving mountains.
Oh, that's my shit, moving mountains. That's my
That video is wild too. Like,
yeah, he climbing the mountain, just falling down.
back in the day, it was the US. That's the shit right there. I was like,
oh wait,
I'm not even gonna lie. When they had like those phone numbers you could talk, like the phone lines and shit, stuff like that, to like meet people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was one of the songs I would play. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but sometimes, you know, we want to like imitate when we're young. You know, we want to imitate that stuff, and then hope with hopes that the people that we inspire, that they do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, in relation to us and who we are. You know, because we want to stick. You know, we don't want to just throw something like, you know, when you throw spaghetti to the wall, when you know it's ready, that shit, it sticks. Like we want to be that ready pasta. You know what I'm saying? Al dente. We don't want to be like, man, this fucking pasta ain't even.
It ain't all that.
You know, like fuck, like the sauce could be dope as fuck, but the pasta ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit overcooked. It's undercooked.
Yeah, it's kind of like with like I said, with the management. The person that wanted management, she was looking. She ran across my music, and she heard "Speed It Up." She's like, I don't know why this should have catapulted you already to stardom. Like, and this song is like real good. Like I like it. I love it. Like, and I was like, so that made me start promoting it more now. And actually, it's taking traction on TikTok.
Yeah,
right.
And she was like, only really problem I see is for you to have more broader audience, the guns in the video. Like, you might wanna, you know, because
have a water gun for once in a while.
Yeah, it would be mostly like it would sell more tickets if I was to make it, because if parents look at the video, oh no, you might be shooting at the concert or something like that. That would deter them from letting their kids buy tickets.
Like, even if it's props.
It's just the image you put out.
It's like it's that whole, you know, like, oh shit, they got guns, they're a gangster. You know, like he just doesn't have a gun to protect his family or that type of shit. Like maybe it's like you're like on a picnic with your kids and you just got your gun holding and like fuck around and find out type shit. But it's just toting your gun, like, you know, popping triggers, making figures.
Besides the music shit,
do you like to freestyle?
Sometimes I mostly like to write, because I feel like
I'm about to say let's go right now.
I feel like I get a lot more out of writing than just freestyling.
Yeah.
Because I feel like freestyling, man, anybody can freestyle.
That's dumb,
you know. But if you write your own music, that opens up avenues for you as well. You know what I'm saying? Writing, being able to have that skill to write is amazing.
One thing I like about being able to write is you have something and you can go back and you can change it and you can adjust and make it better. You know, with the freestyle, is what's said is said. Yeah, that's already done. Like these lives are freestyle. You know, we're going with it.
They can go back and change it, but they have to listen to it like
a bunch
of times before they can go back and change it. But when you on the paper, once you say it like that 1 or 2 times, you be like, nah, I need to say it this way. And you can just switch it up right now.
Especially like in a song that you're writing that you feel like you can use it, not necessarily to be commercial, but you need to have it, you know, no cuss words. You want to be able to be able to have a clean version if you want to give yourself, you know, like hell, there. KSYM here, the San Antonio local college radio station. D Major, shout out to D Major and Cheryl Meadow, yeah. Shout out to them, man. Like they put on a bunch of local artists and they play their music as long as they know how to submit their music right and have the right, right paperwork and this and that. And how hard is it to not curse? You know, if you can say fuck, you can put something else. Like, it's all fill in the blanks.
Duck.
Duck. Like
we got some songs where we curse. We
got some clean.
We got some clean.
Yeah.
I got a lot of songs where my verses don't even have the word any in there. Like I clean up my stuff. Like I got a song called Monster right now. My version is clean. When you hear everything coming out of my mouth, I'm calculating on words. Yeah. I love wordplay. So that's just my thing. I love to do wordplay.
Yeah.
I don't have to cuss through all my songs.
I like that. I like it, especially like when you're writing. But like for some people, let's go back to like the freestyle. That's all they can do. They can't write.
Right.
You know, and it's like, man, it shows like a different side of being creative. To when it comes to depth, like, oh, how depth of an artist are you?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, I'm just a freestyler or like a battle rapper type stuff. A lot of those battle rappers, man, they be going hard and they know how to really do their thing.
Yeah.
But
They're
really,
they write.
yeah, but a lot of that stuff, yeah, a lot of those battle rapper type stuff, yeah, that's
They write it. They're not freestyling on
Yeah, 'cause they're like- They're like, what I say?
Yeah.
Once they say that,
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
they're like, calm the crowd.
Yeah.
Then they go back to that line that they previously
Right.
said because they wrote that.
because it's written.
It's not freestyle.
It's written, but it's still a freestyle because of the fact that he had to remember.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Some-
it's something that you
some
wrote down
freestyles
to
you can't
memorize.
remember like
Yeah.
that,
So
right?
that's still a form of writing.
it's still,
that's true.
yeah, it's still a form of writing. Yeah. Like, even though like you spit something live and then you play it back and you're like, okay, well, what I say, and then you go and write it. Like, it becomes like that's why when you see a lot of these videos when they say like yada yada freestyle, but it was like something that they did previously and then they just getting credit for something they already did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool, man. Like, hell, as an artist, we're gonna try to make a buck off of anything we say. You know what I'm saying? We want our royalties. Anything that like people use your name, like, you know, I use everybody's name, you know, for positive reasons. Unless I really just can't stand somebody, then I'll say, man, you know, most of the time I don't say it's pointless to feed into certain energy. You know what I'm saying? Because that energy is already wanted. You know, it's already waiting there for you. You know, like you're there on the other side of the door, just waiting for you to knock, so they can unlock that motherfucker. And be like, hello, I've been waiting for you. It's me, that negative energy.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what that made me feel like? The situation between Cat Williams and Mike Epps. Like Mike Epps said, I wish you would use my name.
Yeah.
I want some money too.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Sometimes they say negative press is still good press.
Yep.
That's how it feels.
I guess that works, right? Depending on, you know, like me personally, I wouldn't want to be the one saying the negative stuff. If somebody else is saying it about me, then fuck it. I'll let
Still
that
press.
Still, let them talk. Let them talk.
He just made you a lot more relevant, huh?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, remember that guy? I'm back, motherfucker. I dig it, man. But hey, we started the podcast in 2020 during COVID. We needed to do something. And then it was first originally audio. And then I would get on live separate just to chop it up and talk to family and friends. And somebody was like, hey, just make that the podcast. And I was like, I bet. So it's been that ever since. We didn't necessarily have a name to the podcast. It was Live in the Bone Zone, Things Never Heard. And then we created the name of the podcast where we asked the question, are we on podcast?
Yeah.
Because I was always like, are we on? Are we on? Are we on? And then within time, we decided, man, why am I still asking this question? I'm making a statement already. So I changed it from are we on question mark to we're on exclamation point, making that a statement, you know, and I kept that for a bit, and I just recently was like, you know what, I'm dropping my podcast names again. I don't need a name. This is what I do. We go live and we talk. I just say life, death, and everything else in between. You know, I pay homage to Bone Thugs and Harmony at times. Most of the time, I try to do it in a little segment on each episode because then I get a lot of my bonehead friends that are like, you're just fucking using the Bone Thugs and Harmony name. They're going to sue you type shit. And I'm like, shit, I hope not. But it is what it is. You a fan of Bone Thugs? Yeah. You say maybe like a few Bone Thugs and Harmony songs that you did?
I like all these songs. There's too many that I don't like. Especially the album they made with Biggie.
Yeah. Bone Thugs and Harmony, they're actually celebrating the 30th anniversary of music. Hip hop's been around for a little over 50 years, so you can say Bone Thugs and Harmony's been around for over half of that time. So that is very, very, very special to those gentlemen. shout out. And of course,
change the world.
there you go, change the world. That's a good one.
Both
That's a good
worlds
one.
for me.
Yeah. Every day the devil had me, and I realized the thing. I forgot what I realized the thing will happen. Yeah, me and Easy and the B and Z, my niggas right next to me. I love Bone. They changed my life. They still continue to change my life every day, and not just with their music, but with their lifestyle. With not just representing for like oh Lord, fucking thug. Like you don't have to be a killer to be a thug. You know, and their anagram thugs, it stands for Trues Humbly United Gathering Souls. You know, and that's what it's about. You know, like you guys, y'all are gathered souls together, and when you're together, and you're gathering more. You know, even by yourself, I'm sure you have a nice following when it comes to people that support you.
Right.
But you want them to support you because they have faith in what you're saying and in your whole process. You know, they're like, man, I'm rolling with this guy. You know, I have people in my life that were there, and then they're like, man, fuck this guy. He ain't doing shit. And then now they see that I'm doing okay, and they're like, hey man, you like, nah, man, where the fuck were you at when I needed you, man? But
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. That's life. So we're gonna be closing it out right now in a bit. All right. So let's get any like on Jerry Springer, United States. Final thought. Yeah, let's get a little something, man, or whatever.
So anybody that want to work with me, you got a track, don't hesitate to hit my inbox. I'm open to working with anybody. I'm very versatile. It can be any type of music, any type of track. I definitely, if I can fit my style on there, I'll put it on there. If I can, I'll say 8. Simple as enough.
Same thing with me. If y'all need to get at me, hit me up in my DMs on either Facebook, TikTok, or either Instagram. It's all good. We can all get together and do this music, man. I'm ready to get this music done.
There we go.
Y'all support the podcast, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, support, man.
That's the biggest thing, man. Showing support, because like we're networking. You know, like I know there's still the word of mouth and in person and stuff like that, but now in this day of age, it's a little easier for us to show support online, you know. But then you still want to show support in person, so that's when you go to their shows and you're like, hey man, what's up? I had to pull through, you know what I'm saying? So and that's what I do on my end, and I just try to show love. That's the biggest thing, you know. It's the biggest thing, man. Yeah. Yo, so we're finna hit him with that deuce.
Di33.
Yes, sir.
Guns in the building.
There we go.
AMG, baby.
There we go.
To grab the shovel and bury the old me. SATG. And fuck what you heard. We're 300 and we're on a new level. I'm on a